Hi, everybody. If anybody's there, right now nobody's there. This is my first live video on this channel. In fact, it's my first video on this channel. But what the heck? I'm trying something new, and I'm going to be painting a portrait of Moe Howard. This is a follow-up to a portrait I did on a different channel of mine, Andy Pagana 2, T-O-O, where I painted Larry Fine. I might do, as you can see, I got some other cameras running here. I might do some pop up another video and talk about it a little bit. But right now we're going to go live. And I'm going to try to do this in under an hour. I don't like to work from photographs, but, Mo's not around for me to work with. So here we go. We're going to do oil paint on this canvas back there. Is 48 by 60. I'm going to use oil sticks, R&F oil sticks. Right now, these are probably my famous Jamie's here. I don't know if you guys could see the chat on the side. She's a huge Moe Howard fan. So thanks for joining us, Jamie. Let's go for it. So I made a mistake. I don't have the Larry painting here with me. And so I had to guess, well, I'm going to have to guess, I should say, what size Moe should be on the canvas. I'm not really sure what the best bet is. So, because I can't remember how big Larry's face was on the canvas. So I'm going to just go for it and kind of see what happens. I picked pink. I don't know why. I'm just going to start. Nope. You know what? I'm not going with pink. I'm going to start drawing with, let's see. Yeah, you know what? What the heck? I'm going with pink. This is the second painting that I've done in 2 years. I really have not painted in years. And I painted Larry the other day. So this is going to be kind of, Larry came out okay. Oh, you know what? I know what I forgot to do. And I forgot to focus the cameras. I kept saying, I'm forgetting something, and that's what I forgot, to focus the camera. So I'm going to have to do that as soon as I put my very first mark down on here. Please forgive me. Let's go. We'll start, and then I'll focus, and then we'll get right back into it. So let's see. I guess I could have done that with a darker color. So we're just going to do like a, not like, usually I start with the eyes for some reason. But because, we're working with a big canvas here. I don't really know if that was a good idea to do that. So we're just going to start with kind of what I think this would be like. Let's see. Yeah, that might be a good place to stop for a minute so I could focus the camera. So we're getting there. We got something here. Let's see. Okay, now let's focus. Let's see. Sorry, bear with me, guys, if you don't mind. I knew I was not ready. I just couldn't remember why I wasn't ready, and now I know. Oh, this exposure is a little hot on this one anyway. And zoom out. All right, we're back. So I guess that's kind of the shape of the head. It was hard to pick what photo of Moe I was gonna use. There's a lot of, believe it or not, there's a lot of Three Stooges art out there, and there's kind of a lot of the same. It was hard to find like a good classic Moe look. For the Larry, I wanted kind of younger 30s Larry, late 30s Larry. And then what I ended up doing for Moe is using the same photograph that Larry was in, that Moe was in. And it's a photograph of them with their puppets from 1939, I believe. So now I don't want him hunched over like he is in the picture. So this always especially on the fly here. I might have made a mistake by using pink for the eyebrows and stuff. Maybe I should have swapped it up. So I'm gonna just give him the neck, you know, and like. I'm gonna make him slightly angrier than he is in the picture, maybe. And let's see how this looks. I have to go back into that. So, okay, I'm not super in love with it. You know what I should have done with this? Just a little more straight on. You know, it might help a little more. I don't know. What do you guys think? That's not even straight on. Okay. So, I don't know. The Larry one, when I did this with Larry, it came out kind of incredible, and pink is pretty things. I was impressed with myself, I think, because I don't always know if it's going to work out. And doing this live is, you know, it's a challenge because I don't always know what I'm going to do or what I'm going to look like, what it's going to look like when it's done, and you know. But I think because of that, I'm using a little paint thinner. I'm going to thin the paint. We're just going to kind of go right into doing a base, you know, a base color. This is, I believe, probably the same color I used for Larry, or at least for Hart. And what we'll do is we'll just spread this around. These paint sticks are very, very oily. And so when you're working big like this, and I like to just try to do a painting in a sitting, where I just like start a painting and go until it's done. You know, it tends to, these work out great. Eventually I'm going to do the other Stooges. I'm going to do them all. I'm going to do Curly's grandson. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to take a paintbrush and I'm going to dip. Can you see me? And I'm going to dip it. Oh, and my my paintbrush was dirty, so that's not good. Just, you notice I just dipped it into the oil thinner, and it came out blue. So that could be a potential problem. Yep, I'm not thrilled with that. So that could be an issue. What to do, I'm not really sure. Let's start with paper towel. Paper towels are really, really good fun. No, we'll take the paper towel and we'll use that instead of the paint thinner and just kind of give it a layer. I guess I should have cleaned my brushes better. I don't know if pink was a great. I'm not sure pink was a great idea to start with. I really didn't know. I can't remember what I started with Larry. Might have been brown, but he, you know, he's like Moe. I don't really know. He's red. Let's see, I don't know. We'll just keep getting darker as we go. You know, I am untrained. I never really trained in painting, so just what I do is kind of like paint what I'm feeling. You know, some people like it, and you know, some people, you get a lot of criticism. It's kind of funny, you know. People like to criticize, you know, online, in real life. But what's great about, I think for me with painting is I kind of let them criticize me. It's just an expression of how I'm feeling, and it's like a way to kind of not only express yourself, right? But it's like I know I'm studying, right? I'm studying Moe's face. I'm studying faces, studying color. You know, just by doing this, and even if you're not consciously doing it. It's happening. And I think one of the issues with not painting in a long time is you just get rusty. And I think that's with anything, is you get rusty on stuff, and so the only way to break that is to just get back into it. And I could do this privately and just sit in my home and just get this painting back to kind of where I'm comfortable before I show anybody anything. But what's the fun in that? If you're not kind of dancing blindfolded near the edge of a cliff, what's the fun? And I don't mean that literally. I mean that in the artistic realm. Like, put yourself in situations that make you uncomfortable. This I did wrong. I don't think I did the ear right. Well, that part looks okay. But you know what? I think most people wouldn't notice anyway. So we're going to step back and see how we're looking. Okay, I'm good. If I'm being honest here, I'm not loving it. You love it so far. Do blue too. Okay. Thanks, Jamie, for who else is there? Like, I don't know. It might be something to do with the neck. Maybe it is the way that, like, because that's where his shoulder's up there in the thing, but I don't want him to look hunched over. This was not necessarily the greatest picture to start with, but again, it was like I was a little uncomfortable with it, and I kind of decided to go with it because of that. So let's start getting. All right, that's Jamie's request. We're gonna put some blue in here. And let's get that. And it'll be good shading, right? Like, it's in terms of value of shading, right? It's not going to be as dark as that purple we used. So, and I'll be able to blend it in. I'll be able to blend it into the rest of it, I think. This is a big one, so sometimes it could help and then sometimes it could hinder. And, I'm trying to do small things. I don't think this is the greatest idea, but it's an idea nonetheless. Right? And, you would have shadow under here. It looks like, his face. So I don't really have. I'm gonna try to have to clean that brush. Now I'll have to do it quickly because you guys are watching, and I don't want to bore you. But we're gonna try to clean that brush and then see if I can blend it, or at least dry out the brush. Take another step back. Take a look. Moe looks beautiful. Loving the colors. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, it's it's coming together a little more actually. So, I'm not unthrilled with it. Okay. So now I know Jamie, who's commenting as I'm cleaning this brush. Jamie's an artist too. Jamie, type in your Instagram so everybody can see the art you're doing, your drawings. Jamie's got some really great drawings, and she's done a lot of the Three Stooges and the Marx Brothers, some Laurel and Hardy, all the greats. So make sure you put your full name in, Jamie, if you're interested. If you want people to come check you out, maybe they'll come check you out. Oh, I can't do this without the pictures. I don't know what's going on, It's like you want to watch. I guess you could guess, once you do it long enough. I mean, I don't go for super realistic paintings. I can, I have. It's just they take a lot longer for me, and I don't enjoy so much, or sometimes I do, but like when it's just, I want to feel like I've accomplished something. This is what I talk about in the Larry thing. Just, you want to feel like you've done something with your day, and at the end of the day, well, if I painted a portrait of Moe Howard, that it could get me back into, painting mode, get me comfortable doing it on camera, which, right now it's actually, I'm much more comfortable than I ever would have imagined being, just because, so much of like art and expression is private, right? Like you just want to do it alone and private, but I don't know, try to figure out how to do things in situations that are not ideal and see what comes of them. We'll take another step back, see how that is. You know, I got a camera over here. I'm gonna do a little more straight on with this guy too. Okay, my Facebook is Miracle Art Creations. Stooge fan 40. There you go, Jamie. Thanks for popping it up. Maybe people will start discovering stuff. And all right, so we're getting there. We need more depth here. It's like very flat, and I'll get some white, and I'll get some really darks. Like I didn't use any black in the Larry painting, and if they're going to hang together, which is a possibility, it might be strange if there's no black in Larry and there's some in here, because it's going to definitely draw your eye, I think. But Moe is just, I mean, he's just black, right? Like black hair, black eyes. He's dark, and so I just feel like you can't. I mean, I guess you can. It's just like you're doing a disservice, maybe right now, anyway, without it. I don't know. Maybe because I'm saying that, I'm going to go, well, no, let's try it without it. But I really don't want to. I really want to add some black for that. Let's see. You know, and we'll do really dark hair. Maybe we'll just do highlights in the hair. So, okay, he's looking a little bruised and beat up right now. So I'm just going to let that go for a minute and like let this sink in. That is not what he looks like there. His eye, as you can see, his eye here goes down more, you know, and you can see more of his. So either I drew it wrong or I painted it in wrong. I mean, wrong. It's, I don't know. It looks like that actually should be the hairline. So we'll do that. You know what? I am going to use some black. What the heck? Two things. One, if it looks weird with the other painting, I'm just going to either go back into Larry and add black, or just like let it be its thing, man, you know. So he's darkest. He seems to be darkest right here. You know, we're not gonna use a ton of black. I think we're gonna use it just to. So here, we use it to just accent some stuff, right? Like here. I kind of want to make him a little meaner actually than he is in this picture. The picture I was going to do is a very well-known, but it's like, if you know the Stooges, you know that picture. It's like the one I wanted to do, but I've just seen it so often that I didn't want to do it because of that. So I think I got that right. So we'll get some more, we'll blend that in. I should have wore a belt. Pants gotta keep falling down on me. So I'm going to try this again. We're going to try, see what this looks like. There we go. Uh-oh. Now, all right, I'm dripping right on Moe here, and that's not the greatest. I don't need the picture for this part. How are we doing? Hi. Lisa's there, too. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Andy's dad. My dad's there? Where's he? I don't see him. I don't see my pops. Okay. All right, well, we're dripping, but, you know, I often use the drips. We're going to just see how it works. We're going to see how it looks, and, you know, it goes. One of the best parts about oil paint is you get, you know, it doesn't dry right away. You know, so we can fix it. And I'm kind of liking this. I mean, we're going to go darker here, but just like let it drip. But it is hard sometimes. Like you get goopy, and you got to work in layers sometimes, which means you got to wait for this to dry, which could take, you know, weeks, and if it's really thick, months or longer. You know, really depending on how thick you go. Yeah, let's just to give a little, because we did this with Larry, and I'm gonna fix it in his face because I don't love it in his face on that. Actually, I'm not good at that. I just don't want to look like I'm crying. I want it to be a sad portrait, right? Because that's not what the Stooges are, you know. But I'm gonna have some artistic. Oh, getting there. Oh no, one of the cameras is not working here. Hold on, I got to deal with this. Sorry, if anybody's watching. I'm going to roll that again. No, that's not good. All right, so we're getting there. What are we thinking so far? Okay, you got to paint Bradley sometime. I am. Yes, he is. We've talked about it. He's away right now. Is Schwartzy here? What's going on? I don't see anybody. Hi, Schwartzy. Where's that? Hi, Andy's dad. I don't see Schwartzy. How do you know he's here? Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to have to clean that up. Looks like he's got like running makeup. So we just use one of artist's favorite tools. That is the paper towel. Let's get it in there. Okay. All right. Okay, it's not a catastrophe. Let's see how long we've been painting this for. We're at 21 minutes here so far. Let's see. You like the drips? I do those on purpose. But like what I was saying, you must have missed this. Like, I don't want Moe to be like, he's not gonna be sad. I don't want him to look like he's crying, right? So it's that's important. It's important that we don't have that for Moe. So let's go back into a little more. All right, so these are, so let's see. Okay, that doesn't look right. I'm just going to put a little more paint here, and then I'm going to try to blend it. I'll use a paper towel to blend it again and see what that looks like. Yeah, I'm kind of liking the drips. The only problem is there's not a ton of that in the Larry portrait, right? And we're trying to match it a little bit anyway. You know, since they'll probably be together, you know, which they belong together. So for those of you who don't know the Three Stooges, you need to check them out. Moe is the leader of the team. And, you know, it's funny, like as a kid, the Three Stooges were all about Curly for me. Right? The other two guys were just an excuse to give Curly something to react to. The older I get and the more I watch, the more I really appreciate Larry and Moe. You know, and I liked them. I mean, I really did like them. They were fantastic, but you know, they weren't Curly. And now I look at it as they're also as equally as funny in very different ways. And Moe is the leader, man, and not only in the movies but in real life. He ran the show, and the show died with him when he died in early to mid 70s. I'm gonna say 75. Could be 74, but I want to say he died in May 75. Jamie would know. Jamie, when did he die? You'd think I would know that. So I think he died right before I was born, so we never would have crossed paths. I forget the point I was trying to make. What I was saying. I'm going to go back into his hair a little bit. So we're using dark blue here. Use some dark blue. All right, so now the question is, Larry's got a blue background. Do we stick with that, or do we want to do a different color? Kind of leaning towards a different color. And I may let you guys decide if anybody's got anything to say. Yeah, 75. Okay, good job, Jamie. You know how much I love the Stooges. Bill Rush, thanks for joining. What do you think, Bill? Be honest. This is a different one. I feel like I'm not quite getting it. This is not coming along as quickly as Larry did. You know, it could really have to do with this too. Like, like his neck, you know, and or maybe even the picture I chose, although somebody would be able to really knock this out of the park. So I'm gonna use my fingers. You know, you kind of just get in there with everything. You use everything you got. When it comes to painting, like chicken fat, I would throw it on the canvas if I thought it'd make it look good. You know. So okay, I need something darker. Yeah, pull my. Sorry. Black. I bought something new today, specifically for this. I wasn't going to use it for the hair. I was going to use it for the background. But I bought this. I used a rubber thing on Larry. And this rubber tool. I bought a different one for Moe. I wanted to give him some texture. I originally bought it for a background. I thought it might be good in his hair, but it's not really showing up the way I kind of anticipated it to. Okay. What are we thinking, folks? Who's out there watching? What are we thinking? Beautiful masterpiece. May 4th. What did I say? Was I close? You liked curly most first. Yeah. Yeah, then I got older, and, you know, I came to really appreciate the other Stooges much more. Really to see their genius. I actually think what they did, for them to be as kind of popular as they are, all these years later, they have outlasted other geniuses. They have outlasted the Marx Brothers, and Chaplin, and Abbott and Costello, and Laurel and Hardy, and the Little Rascals, and it is all about the Three Stooges. They're the ones that are still heavily revered, as the others have, I feel like, honestly kind of been forgotten. I think we're going to do red and background. You love it. Do you think Moe would like this painting? He would smash over Kurt's head. Moe loved art. He had Bill, he had a painting, right, that somebody did of one of his fans. Belita, I think. Is that true? I think he kept one. Moe also, he liked to paint pottery. I don't know if he made pottery or if he just painted it. I think he painted it, but he might have made stuff too. Oh, yeah, we're giving Moe red. We'll see how this goes against. We'll see how this goes against Curly and Larry. Uh-oh. One of these sticks. These oil sticks are pretty expensive. I think some of them range up to $40 a pop. And the canvas is also expensive. Retail full price is about $100 for the canvas. I try to get them on sale at Michael's half off. I tend to not buy them unless I get them half off. It makes it easier for me to do. Especially because so many of the paintings I just give away or go, which is probably also not a smart idea. Sometimes I just like hang them up and leave them for people to find. Now, we do have a purpose for these. You'll see them in, if you watch, Curly's grandson has a YouTube channel, and if you watch his channel, you will see these coming up at some point. Okay, let's get make my life easier, and I'm going to add some paint thinner. Yeah, I'm going to do it literally just to make my life easier. But I also like the aesthetic. I like the aesthetic, how it looks. A little thinner. Blend it a little better. I might have to go over that again. So if you check out my Instagram or Andy Pagana 2, you can see the Larry painting. And tell me what you think. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I thought it'd be funny to get the boys together. We play Three Stooges, and we dress up and play them. No, what? What? No, Bill. What do you say? No. You don't like it? I don't know when Surround is debuting, to be honest. What's to know about? All right. Hey, I'm kind of liking it. Does it look right? I think it looks better in real life than it does on that video, if I'm being honest. Here we go. My camera's breaking again. Of course it is. So I gotta stop and do that. Oh, great. I just ruined. I think I just lost some footage. Invalid operation. Okay. All right. Well, of course that camera's no longer working. Because why should anything work the way it's supposed to? Why? Why? You spend $17,000 on a camera, and yeah, I know it was in 2011, but you still kind of expect it to work. You don't want it to fail when you're in the middle of a painting live. I'm mad. I'm angry at that. I don't know if you're paying attention to what's happening here. All right, so let's just get this over with. Okay, I'm making up a tie here, but we're just going to keep it very general. Oh, we need darker. Yeah, a little more shadow under his. Didn't really want to use that color. I can't find the color I wanted to use. I was trying to find the purple, but I can't seem to find it. So what do? That's philosophy. If you can't find purple, you use something else. You use blue or whatever it may be. It's kind of tricky. Okay. I can't remember how I finished Larry, to be honest, down here. So I'm just going to just a gentle wash and like let it just run out. You know, if I got to go back and fix it, that's the other thing. You can just go back and fix it. You know, it's like I'll put them together, see what they look like, see if I like it, see how I'm feeling. They can't all be winners. That's the truth. I'm going to take a step back. What do you guys think? How are we doing? I'm really irritated that that video ran out. All right. Dropped it late. Trent, what do you think? When I saw the portrait, Larry thought of tarantula. That painting going to the moon. Yeah, the red looked good. You made. I picked red. I did pick red. I don't know what anybody Nobody responded. I didn't know what to do. I mean, let's get some white going. I think I had white here somewhere. Get some white. All right, we're gonna define this a little bit more. I'm working on the eye. It's an interesting Moe. Is an interesting cat, man. You know. So well, I don't know what you guys are thinking. What do you guys think? Did we do it? Or we did not do it. Nice improvement with the white. Thank you. Thanks, Trent. Appreciate it. Trent, we got to talk too, by the way. You're supposed to give me a call. About Curly's channel. Wow, it's getting there. What do we think? Love it. There's a lot of pics of them being happy. They love their life. Yes, I know, but we're going for, kind of classic Moe, right? He's actually got, I don't want to do that. He's actually like, you see kind of like, a little timid about doing this because he's got like, his lips are really clenched in the photo here. So we got like this. All we're doing, it was just like putting a little paint thinner on a brush and just kind of smoothing some of this stuff out, giving a little, blending it maybe a little more where it needs to be blended. A little more depth. Feeling better about it already. Gotta get in his ear. Do a little more blending down here with a dry brush. Oh, it's a dirty dry brush, so that's not helping me. Looks like all my brushes are wet and dirty. So we'll see how, you know what? Then you use our fingers. If it's wet and dirty, we use our fingers. Try that. That didn't work either. It's getting to be muddy. That's what happens. Sometimes it gets muddy. And what's the solution? I don't know. Let it dry. Oh, I got one. There we go. Can you guys see me? I think it looks better in real life than it does in the photograph, which is not always the case. Okay, what do we think? Do we like it? How'd we do? No thoughts? We still on? We did about 43 minutes. Try to fix. He was wearing a checker jacket in the picture. We're going to just kind of suggest it, right? You might as well do that. We did good. It's great. Awesome. All right. Moe was sarcastic. All right. What do we think? Is it time to sign? I feel like there's something slightly off about his eyes. Right? Like something's not quite right. Let's try to figure that out. So, turn the brush around, I guess, would help. I had a little white into it. Okay, sometimes all of my paint sticks get really dirty. We'll use the back of it, see if we get that on there. Can't get clean paint. I want to get a little bit of white there. You're a big fan, Andy. Thank you. Thank you. I'm me. Who's the other me? What's going on over there? Me too. There we go. I like that. What do we think? 43 minutes. That's a Moe in 43 minutes. That's what he looks like. I don't know. Do we like it? Did we do good? A little more texture up on this side. Shine. I'll look back here. Take a step back. Get a little more black in his hair. I think if I can find the black. And then we'll sign it. You sign right here. And that's done for now. Maybe we'll go back into it. Maybe we never will. What do we think? We happy? All right, well, anyway, if you enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. All the other nonsense that you got to do, ring the little bell so you know if I'm going live. Ask me any questions. Check out the other channels. And I'll see you in the funny papers. Go watch the Three Stooges.